Start. Namo namas sarvebhyah Sanskrita bhasha shikshane bhavatam hardam swagatam. So we will continue with the verbs and hopefully we will finish them today. So, Saraswati namastubhyam Varade kamarupani Vidyarambham karishyami Siddhir bhavatu me sada. So let me review what we did in the last class. In the last class, I talked about active and passive voices. We have been doing all the sentences so far we were doing were in active voice, and it is also called kartari prayoga, like balaha pustakam pathati. A boy reads a book. So in kartari prayoga, the subject and the verb should agree in the number. So balaha is ekavachanam and pathati is ekavachanam. The passive form, which is called karmani prayoga, is a book is read by the boy. So what was subject in kartari prayoga becomes in tritiya vibhakti, balena, by the boy. And the object becomes in prathama vibhakti. Pustakam is a neuter pratipadikam, so the subject and object will be the same. Vanam vane vanani, vanam vane vanani. So pustakam and pathyete. This is the verb has to agree with the object here. So pustakam pathyete. So this verb form is formed, which I'm going to talk about in a different way. So in passive voice or karmani prayoga, the subject which was here in the kartari prayoga is always in the tritiya vibhakti. The object is always in the prathama vibhakti. And ya and an atmane pada ting pratyaya is added to the original dhatu. So pat plus ya plus te. Te is the atmane pada present tense ekavachanam suffix, the verbal suffix. So balena pustakam pathyete. A book is read by the boy is in passive voice or karmani prayoga. We did a lot of examples with the passive voice in the last class. So today I'm going to talk about the roots in the first, fourth, and sixth and 10th ganas. The roots we've been using are, we've been using roots from these ganas. So the four ganas are, the way we were going to talk about is the first, fourth, sixth, and the 10th. The first gana is called the bhavadi ganaha. It is called bhavadi ganaha because the first root of this group of this gana is bhu, which means to be. And there are about 1,000 plus roots in this gana, and the gana affix is a. Then the divadi ganaha, the first root is div, means to play, and there are around 140 roots. And the gana affix is ya. Then the sixth gana is called tudadi ganaha, and there are around 157 roots in this ganaha. And the 10th one is called churadi ganaha, and the first root of this ganaha is chur, which means to steal, and there are 440 roots in this group. And the ganaha affix is aya. This, like in the previous slides, there was a typo error. I had a plus e, which was a typo error. It should be aya. So the gana affix for the 10th ganaha is aya. So this we have done for the first gana, we have done in detail. The the medial or the ending vowel, the short medial vowel takes the guna. So the guna bud, so u is the short medial vowel which takes the guna, and guna of u is o, so buddh becomes bodh. So guna of u is o. Medial vowel is between the two consonants. So u is the medial vowel here. Krish. So krish, the medial vowel is r, and the guna of r is ar. So this becomes karsh. And then the guna of the final vowel. So if the root belongs to the first gana, these two things happen. The guna of the short medial vowel and the guna of the final vowel. For example, the root bhu becomes bho. Ni becomes ne, and sra becomes sa. If the root belongs to fourth and sixth gana, then there is no guna of the short or medial vowel or the guna of the final vowel. So there is no guna here. And if the root belongs to the 10th gana, then again the medial vowel takes the guna. So chur, which means to steal, becomes chor. Guna of u is o. So we are going to, I'll give you some examples of the roots in these ganas. So for the first gana, we have, we've been using roots from these ganas. So I'm just going to talk about the 4th, 6th, and 10th gana. So the first, the root tush, it is a parasmaipadi root, and it means to be pleased. So in order to form the verb forms, you take tush, and ya is the gana affix, and you add ti to it, so it will be tushyati. So you will have tushyati, tushyataha, tushyanti, and so on. This is a parasmaipadi root. An atmanepadi root in this 4th gana is, one of the root is yud, which is to fight. So you will take yud, you add ya, which is the gana affix, and then the verbal suffix te, and you will have yudhyate. In 6th gana, so here, u, which is a medial vowel, does not take a guna. So like in 4th and 6th ganas, there is no guna happening. So it is not toshyati. It remains as tushyati or yudhyate. It is not yodhyate, right? So here again, e doesn't take a guna. So lik, and the gana affix is a. So lik plus a plus ti becomes likhati. This is the 6th gana, a parasmaipadi root. And again, there is no guna here. Ship, this is a 6u, an ubhayapadi root. It can take the both parasmaipadi and atmanepadi form, which means to throw. So ship plus a plus te, shippate, right? Then chur, this is belongs to the 10th gana. Here there will be happening a guna, so u becomes o. So chur, and this thing is, the gana affix is aya plus ti. So chur becomes chor. Chor plus aya plus ti, choryati. This is the parasmaipadi form. In the atmanepadi form, you will have the same thing, only the end verbal suffix from ti, it is te. So chur plus aya plus te will be choryate. So we'll see some more examples from these 3 ganas, 4, 6, and 10. So gajaha patrani khadati jalam pibati tushyati cha. So khadati is from the 1st gana. So khadati, right? And pibati is also from the 1st gana. The root is pa. And tushyati is from the 4th gana, to be pleased. So the elephant eats leaves, drinks water, and is pleased. So tushyati. So here, yeah, there is no sandhi here in this sentence. Shariram nashyati. So nash is a 4P root. The body perishes. Nashyati. Because there is a ya, the graphic, so you see a ya here. Nashyati. Nash plus ya plus ti. Nashyati. Naro gajam pushyati. Pushyati means nourishes. So the man nourishes the elephant. So again you see ya. Pushyati. Bala udyane nrityanti. Nrit is a 4P root. So here the visarga was dropped because it is followed by a vowel other than a. So the girls, this is balaha. The girls are dancing in the garden. So nrit belongs to the fourth guy. Again, it's a nrityanti because this is a plural subject. Now, balaha udyane divyati. Now, here the root is div. So this is an irregular root. It is not divyati. This becomes long, so it is divyati. So the girl is playing in the garden. Div means to play. So some rules from the 6th gana. Lik. Lik is from 6th gana and the verbal suffix was a. So lik plus a plus ti becomes likhati. Sa pustakam likhati. He is writing a book. Gajau nadim vishatah. Vish. Vish is a 6P. Vish means to enter. So again, there are 2 elephants. So vishatah. So vishati, vishatah, right? So 2 elephants enter the river. Ish. Ish is a 6P. Ish means likes. So balaha ashvam ichhati. So bala is a sandhi here. Balaha ashvam ichhati. The boy likes the horse. With. This is again an irregular root. It is with, but it takes a na here. Vindasi. So it will be vindati, so there is a na here. So this is again an irregular root. So with means to receive. So ratnani vindasi. So this is madhyama purusha ekavachana. So you receive jewels. Ratnani. This is a neuter pratipadikam bahuvachanam. Now roots from the 10th gana. Chur. Naro grahat dhanam choryati. So ta grahat from the house. Ta becomes a da. Dhanam, wealth. So naraha grahat dhanam choryati. The man steals wealth from the house. Yes. So we saw how this was formed. Deshe viran pujayamaha. So puj is a 10th gana, is a ubhayapadi. So pujayamaha, right? Like this is in the prathama purusha, the first person, bahuvachanam. In the country, we worship the brave, viran. Deshe, this is Saptami Vibhakti, Eka Vachanam. Asmin Vishaye Punaha Chintayami. So this is Chint is again a 10th gana Ubhayapadi root. So here Punaha and Chint, this is Visarga followed by a Cha. So Visarga will become a Sha. So Punash chintayami. Like there will be a sandhi here. So I will think about this topic again. Vishaya means topic, punaha, again. Chad is a 10U, but here this is again an irregular root. It becomes chad. Chadyanti. Meghaha ravim chadayanti. Again, the visarga was dropped because it is preceded by a long a. So the clouds cover the sun. So Meghaha Ravim San Chadayanti. So there is a Sandhi rule because where this Chad becomes Chad. Okay. So now we are going to talk about upsargas, or which are called prefixes. So we've been using prefixes, but now I'm going to formally put how many upsargas are and what they mean. So upsargas are added to the beginning of a root. It affects the meaning of the root in several ways. There are 22 upsargas. So I've already given you 2 reference PDFs. One was by Swami Paramarthananda, which he gives for each root a number of prefixes and their meaning. And the other document was by Medha Michika. I have given these 2 links, I think, when I started the verbs, and they are very nice and you could refer them back. And there is also an online this thing, which I will talk about, which I will give you I think I have given you that link also, where the upsargas are given. So pra means more or forward. And there are some other meanings also. So pra, para, apa, sama, anu, ava, nis, nira, dusa, dura, vi. So these are all the 11 upsargas here, and here are their meanings. Then a, ni, adhi, api, ati, su, ut, abhi, prati, pari, and upa. So these are the 24 upsargas, and they are added to the root in the beginning of the root, and they change their meaning. And I'm going to talk about how they change the meaning of the root. So there are 2 verses describing the upsargas or the prefixes. And the first one is, I'm going to read the one with the sandhi. Upasargena dhatu artha balat anyatra niyate prahara ahara samhara vihara parihara vat. So the meaning of this verse is, due to a upsarga, upasargena, this is in Tritiya Vibhakti Eka Vachana. So due to a upsarga, dhatu artha, the meaning of the dhatu or the meaning of the root, balat anyatra niyate, is forcefully taken elsewhere. Balat means forcefully, anyatra, elsewhere, niyate, taken. So this line means, due to a upsarga, the meaning of the dhatu is forcefully taken elsewhere. So here he gives the example. So the dhatu here is r. It is a 1 u and it means to take away. And then you add these upsargas and the meaning changes. For example, r, if you add pra, then prahara. This is a pratipadikam. So it changes the meaning from to take away to prahara, means hitting. And if you use in the verb form, you say shastrena praharati. He strikes with the weapon or hits with the weapon. Then if you add a, the upsarga a, then it becomes ahara, food. Or for example, the sa pustakani aharati. So aharati means, like if you add a, so instead of to take away, adding a becomes brings. She brings books. Samhara, destruction. Like you add the prefix sam, so destruction. Samharati, to maintain. Vihara, to walk for pleasure, if you add vi. Parihara means liberation. So adding these prefixes changes the meaning of the root. Then there is another verse which describes the upsarga, and I'm going to read it in after breaking the sandhi. Dhatu artham badhate kaschit. That means some prefixes, when you add them, they change the meaning of the root, and we will see the examples. Kaschit tam anuvartate. Some follow the original meaning, like the meaning remains the same. Tam eva vishinashti, and that means some reinforce or highlight or enhance the meaning. Anya upsargati tridha. So these are the three functions of the upsargas. So let's look at the examples where the meaning of the root is changed. So arthasya parivartanam, the meaning of the root is changed. For example, if you take the root gam, it is a 1p, you all know. Gachati means to go. And if you add a to it, then agachati means to come. Anugachat, if you add the prefix anu, gachati means follows. So mata anugachati, mother follows. So here the meaning of the root itself is changed. To go, to come, to follow. So arthasya parivartanam. So this is the first one. Dhatu artham badhate kaschit. Some change the meaning of some prefixes change the meaning of the root. For example, smra. Smra means to remember, the root. This is a 1p root, smrati. But if you add a v to it, it becomes to forget. Vismrati means to forget. It's the total opposite meaning. Like here also, to go, to come, remember, forget. So some more examples of arthasya parivartanam. Arakshakaha anudhavati. Dhavati means run. And if you add anu to it, then it means chases or pursues. Arakshakaha means police. Sa sukham anubhavati. Bhav, bhu means to happen, but if you add anu to it, it means experiences. So sa sukham anubhavati. She experiences joy. Hasati means laugh, has, and if you add upper to it, it means ridicule, making fun of. So nindakaha apa hasati. So nindaka means the one who criticizes, teases, ridicules, or makes fun of. Vadati means speak, and if you add the upsarga pari to it, then it becomes accuses. Saha tasya mitram parivadati. He accuses his friend. So here there's a sandhi. The visarga will become a sakara, right? Or because it is followed by a ta. Shikshakaha adhikshipati. So shipati is to throw, and if you add adhi to it, it becomes scolds. So the teacher scolds. G is the 1p root, which means to win, jayati. But if you add this prefix, sorry. If you add the prefix para to it, it becomes parajayate. So with some prefixes, even like this is here, it is a 1p and it becomes an atmanepada root. So with certain prefixes and certain roots, even the type of the root changes. So here G is a 1p, but if you add the prefix para, then it becomes an atmanepada. Parajayate. It is not parajayati. Some follow the original meaning, right? We saw that here. Kaschit tama anuvartate. Some follow the original meaning. So one example will be this one here. Ruhu. It is a 1p, rohati. So u takes the guna, rohati, to climb up. Arohati also means to climb up. Now let's see the examples. The meaning of the roots is enhanced. Arthasya poshanam. So the meaning of the root is enhanced. So dhav, dhavati. And if you add pra to it, then it means pradhavati, to run fast. Vahati, to flow. If you add pra to it, pravahati means to flow fast. Yang janati, to know. And if you add V to it, to know better. Hasati, laugh. And if you add V to it, V hasati means he laughs loudly. So adding a prefix, either the meaning is completely changed or the meaning is enhanced. Some more examples. Yatra dhenuhu gacchati, tatra vatsaha anusarati. So wherever, sorry, it's not whenever. Wherever the cow goes, the calf follows. So sarati, to go, and if you add anu to it, it means follows. So there is a sandhi here, dhenuhu and gacchati. The visarga is preceded by u, so the visarga becomes a refa. So dhenur, and this is vatsaha anusarati. So it will be vasso nusarati here. Then here it again, you add a upa to the dhatu vish. Vish means to enter. It is a 6p. And if add upa to it, it becomes to sit. All right. Ma upavishatu. This is a lota lakara. It is a prohibition. Do not sit. Please do not sit. This is a tu. So it is more in a please you do not sit. Like, so it is more like a bhavata kind of a thing. Upavishatu. Eshaha asandaha bhagnaha asti. Asanda means chair. So this chair is broken. So do not sit. This chair is broken. So lots of sandhi here. This visarga will be dropped. This will become o, and this will be bhagnosti. So, number of sandhis here. Okay. Bala balam upagachati pustakani pustakam prachati. I cannot see that here. So this means the girl approaches upagachati. This is the upsarga. Gachati means go, and if you add upa to means is approaches. Avagachami. If you add ava, then it means I do not. Avagachami means understand. Aham etat vishayam na avagachami. I do not understand this topic. Okay? So gam is go, but if you add ava to it, it means understand. So here ta becomes a the, and here it is a dirgha sandhi. Sa tasya mitram anugachami. Anugachami means accompanies or follow. So you could see that adding upa, ava, anu to the root gam, how the meaning is changing. Nirgachati means gets out of the hole. Mushakaha bilat bahi nirgachati. So again, sandhi, the, then this becomes a ra here, repa, and this will be mushako. So the mouse gets out of the hole. Shatraha nripasya prasadam abhidhavati. Dhavati means run, and if you add abhi to it, that becomes attacks. So the enemies attack the palace of the king. Prasadam is a palace. So the enemies attack the king's palace. Shatru is the pratipadikam. This is case 1 bahuvachanam. Shatravaha, like guruvaha. So this is the subject in plural. Guruhu shishyasya ajnanam apaharati. So harati is take away, and so here it will be the teacher removes students' ignorance. So now I'm going to do a few verses from Gita. So just to beg your pardon?
Yeah, this gach dhatu usually stands for to go, right?
Yeah.
So it's very unintuitive that avgachami, avgachami means not understand.
No. There is a na here.
No, but even then,
avgachami means understand. But being a na here, that I do not understand.
Yeah, but I'm saying if from gach dhatu by adding av, it just changes the meaning so drastically from to go, it becomes understand.
For example, gum, and then you add to go and to come sometimes. Yeah, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This again, like one has to just, it takes some time to recognize these upsargas and how they are used. Okay, so I'm just going to do a few verses from Gita, like 3 verses where their upsargas are used, and also to give you, like I will suggest, if you start doing at least a verse a week, to do the Sandhi Vicheda or the Pad Vicheda, and so this will also give you a little bit of practice. So here is the verse number 37 from chapter 2. And I'm just going to read the Sandhi Vicheda here. So, hato, hataha, va prapsyasi swargam jitva va mokshyase mahi. So, the only Sandhi is hataha. Tasmat uttishtha. The Sandhi is here. Ta and uttishtha. So, ta becomes a da. So, that's why it is tasmad tishtha. Kaunteya yudhyaya krit nishtaya. No Sandhi here. So the upsarga is here. Prapsyasi. So here the couple of words, the verb forms are used in future tense. So the prapsyasi is pra plus the root a, which belongs to the 5th gana, which means to gain. So prapsyasi also means to gain. And this is in Rit Lakara, so you will gain. So this is a future tense. Swargam having jitwa. This is what we are going to study in the next classes. This is a krit pratya, jitwa, having conquered. So G, and then if you add the krit pratyaha, which we are going to study in the next 3 classes, so then it becomes having conquered. Bhokshyase. So the dhatu is bhuj. It is a ubhay padi. So this is again an atmanade padi form. So it is lit. You will enjoy. Say madhyama purusha ekavachana. So you will enjoy. Mahim means the world. Tasmat. Uttishta. This is in lot lakara. You get up. Like his Bhagavan is saying to Arjuna, you get up and fight, right? Uttishta. So the dhatu is tha, and the upsarga is ud. So stha means stand, and if you add ud means you get up or stand. Kaunteya, son of Kunti, and Yudha, and so on. So these are the 2. Pra and ud are the 2 upsarga used in this verse. Okay, so here the next verse is 59 from chapter 2 again. Here there are vartate. So here there are 2 upsargas used. Vi, ni, and verse. So vishayaha. So here this vishaya, the visarga was dropped because you had a preceding long a. Sense organs. So vartante means to be. And if you add vi and ni to it, it means comes back, come back. And let's see, here again there is a sandhi, rasaha, api, and asya. So rasaha, api, and asya. So it becomes the sandhi. And drishtva. again is a krit pratyaya, having seen. So these we are going to study again. And then if you add varta to dhatu, vart to dhatu vrit and ni, then it means goes away. And this is verse 71 from chapter 1. Here, adhigachati. So let's see the sandhi here. Vihaya kaman yah sarvan. Here is a sandhi. Oh, yeah, this sandhi is it's quite important. Like this was used in verse 11 of chapter 2. Puman charati. So puman means a person, charati moves. So na followed by a cha. So then this na is replaced by an anuswara and a sha. So that's why it is pumam shacharati. So this sandhi, like you see this in the verse 11 of chapter 2 also. Puman charati. Listen here. Nirmamaha, like here the sandhi. Nirankaraha. And then saha, the visarga is dropped. Shantim adhigachati. So there's no sandhi here. So adhigachati. Gachati means gain, go, sorry. And adhi, if you add, it means gains. So, yeah. Okay. All right. So this kind of completes the verbs. Like as I think I wrote to you that if you have any questions, it's on all the material we have covered so far, please ask. Otherwise, I'll just cover some more indeclinables. No questions? Okay.
Kumuji, one question. Kumuji,
Yes.
one question. In the this is going back to where you were talking about the different ganaha, in particular for the 10th gana.
Yeah, let me go to that view graph.
Yeah, that'd be good. Thank you.
This one?
Yeah, so you say that, oh, I see. Only the short medial vowel takes the gunaha, but the final vowel would not take it in the 10th ganaha. I see. Right. So you have the gana in the 10th gana, only the short.
There is a, like, I don't think there are roots. I'm not sure which end in a vowel in a.
I see.
Like a vowel ending 10th root which belongs to a 10th gana. There is some vriddhi kind of a thing also, but I don't want it to go into that detail. But if there is a root, there will be no guna of the final vowel.
Okay, thank you.
And this you should correct in the tables. Like I had a and e or something, that was an error. So the gana affix is aya for the 10th gana. So like if you see the formation here, you have chur plus aya plus ti. So this takes the guna, so choryati, right? So ra and a becomes ra and this becomes chor. So that's why this form chorayati. Okay, so like I mentioned that I'm going to cover some more avyas or indeclinables. So this is, so some indeclinables are used as pairs. So like yada, tada. So when and then. So for example, yada meghaha garjanti, tada mayuraha nrityanti. So when clouds thunder, then peacocks dance. So when and then. So usually they are, like they could be used, not in pairs, but usually they are used in pairs. So yada, tada, when and then. Again, here there will be a sandhi. This visarga will be dropped because it is preceded by long a. And here also this visarga will be dropped. Right? Then yatha, tatha, as like, in that manner, so such. So yatha Ramah acharati tatha acharatu. As Rama behaves, you behave the same way. So this is in lot lakara. The char means move. So if you add a, is the behave. So yatha Ramah acharati tatha acharatu. May you also behave in the same way. So here again, the visarga will be dropped because it is followed by a long a. And here there will be a dirgha sandhi here. Yeah. Then this prayer, yadi and tarhi, if and then. So yadi sah agachati, tarhi aham agachami. If he comes, then I also come, then I come, right? So yadi and tarhe, if and then. So here there will be sandhi, this visarga will be dropped. Here's a yarna sandhi here, and then this will be joined. Right? Yavat, tavat. This is also used as a pair, as long as, till that time, until. So yavat varsha patati tavat aham mama grahat bahi na gachami. So as long as the rain falls, I'm not going out of my house. So yavat and tavat. So again, there will be sandhis here. Ta becomes a the. Here ta becomes a the. Ta becomes a the. And here the visarga becomes a refa. Right? And then another pair. I'm giving you just few. There are, many more also. So yadyapi and tathapi, even if and then also. So yadyapi nirdhanaha tathapi danam karoti. Even though he is poor, still donates. Right? Yadyapi nirdhanaha tathapi danam karoti. So here this visarga will become a sakara, nirdhanas tathapi, because it is followed by a ta. Then chet and no chet. If so, if not. So chet mam mitram agachati kridami no chet pathami. So if my friend comes, chet mam mitram agachati. If my friend comes, kridami, I play. No chet pathami. If not, I study. So well, I allotted 10-15 minutes, but I don't see any questions, so either we could, end the class, or if you have any questions or anything on the homework or in general, please go ahead.
I don't have any questions.
Huh?
Maybe just hand a little. I don't have any questions.
No questions? So should
No.
we end the class then?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't have any questions either, Kumuji.
Yeah, I don't have any questions.
Okay, that means everybody is understanding the material.
We're
No.
understanding, but retention is another story.
Are you folks enjoying the stories in the homework?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's interesting, when I do read the stories, you're able to just tell where the sandhis are, maybe not 100% accurately, and
I
you
think
just
you
understand the
get
text
the
a lot
sense
better.
of the meaning,
Yeah,
right? Now you should be, like not word to word meaning, but you at
Yeah.
least should be getting the sense, like the gist of the story, meaning, which is good.
Kumuji, I do have one question
Mhm.
regarding the upasarga. Urupsarga. The question is, what happens when you're doing the the past tense, the lan lakara?
Mhm.
Because unlike all the other lakaraha, you add the prefix, right?
Mhm.
So when you have an upsarga, you have to do something different, right?
There will always be a sandhi because it starts with an So like, let's say you had anu. So anu plus agachat, right? Like if you add the upsarga anu to the past form, which is agachat, then you will have a yan sandhi. So it will be anvagachat.
Okay, got it. So that is the complication with
That
upsarga.
is that is an addition, because there will be a dirgha sandhi, or even there might not be even sandhi, but maybe a joining, like vanam agachat. So it will be vanama agachat, right? So, but there will always be something either joining, but most probably there will always be a sandhi, like adhi agachat. So you will have a yan sandhi, adhya gachat.
Right. Got it. Okay. I remember there was something, some complication now.
Yeah. With the past tense, because it also always have an in the front. So there will be, when you add the upsargas, there will be always either a dirgha sandhi, or it will be it could be even like it depends, like let's say you have deshe agachat, like in the country went, right? So a and a.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you will have a Purva Rupa Sandhi there.
Correct. Also, just a quick check whether I understood it. Is Buddh Bodhayati of the 10th Gana?
Could you repeat your question, Arun, one more time?
So Bodhayati, is that of the 10th Gana?
Buddh. No. No, see, there is another, like this suffix here, like Buddh is not a Bodhati, it is from the Bhavadi Gana, but you also have a form Bodhayati. That is because you add a nich pratyaya to it. It's a sun pratyaya, that's why it becomes a Bodhayati.
Oh, I see. Got it.
Like the roots in the other ganas, there is, if you add a nich pratyaya, which is a causal sun pratyaya, then you get this forms bodhayati. But Buddh is from the bhavadi ganas, so it will be bodhati. But you also have a form bodhayati.
I see.
Which I like, it's a little more complicated. It is the sanadi pratyayas, which I'm not going to talk. It's a niche pratyaya which you add.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
All right, then. No questions. Then wish you all a very happy Holi. Today is Holi.
Thank you, आपको भी.
Same to you.
Thank you, Kumuji.
All right. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.